Welcome back. India is set to make another leap in space history with its first manned space mission next year. Today, Prime Minister Modi reviewed the progress of the Gaganyaan Mission at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Centre in Kerala. He revealed to the world the crew that would be a part of this mission. Prime Minister also interacted with Vyomitra, a humanoid that will be the first to launch on the Gaganyaan mission before astronauts set foot in the crew capsule. The 4 Indian Air Force officers will be the first Indians to go into space on an indigenous space vehicle. Last week, the Indian Space Research Organisation successfully tested the human readiness of the cryogenic engine which will be used on the LVM-3 vehicles for all Gaganyaan missions. With this, the vehicle has been adjudged fit to safely transport and bring back these humans to and from space. Now let's tell you what this mission is all about and what it aims to do. This is, remember, India's first manned mission to space. There are going to be 3 crew members in space for about 3 to 4 days. There were 4 that were revealed to the world today, but only 3 of them are going to be on board that vessel. This mission is a 400-kilometer low-orbit Earth mission. The crew members are then going to be splashing down in Indian waters. India would be the 4th nation to launch a crewed spacecraft to space. Let's talk about who these people are now. Gaganyaan is poised to become the cornerstone of Indian human spaceflight program. These elite aviators are the ones that got their astronaut wings today. First up is Group Captain Prashant Balakrishnan Nair. He was trained in Russia for human spaceflight missions. He's a fighter pilot. He flies the Sukhoi warplanes. Next up is Group Captain Angad Pratap. He is trained in Russia as well for 13 months. He's a test pilot from Aircraft and Systems Testing Establishment. Group Captain Ajit Krishnan is also a part of this team. He's too undergone training in Russia. He's among the 4 chosen ones to be a part of this particular mission. And then, of course, we have Wing Commander Shubhanshu Shukla. He's trained in Moscow's Yuri Gagarin Cosmonaut Training Center. He has training in various aspects of safe space movement. Now, these astronaut designates encompass the aspirations of 140 crore people. That's what the Prime Minister today said as he introduced them to the world.
ये नए काल चक्र की शुरुआत है। इस नए काल क्षेत्र में ग्लोबल ऑर्डर में भारत अपना स्पेस लगातार बड़ा बना रहा है और ये हमारे स्पेस प्रोग्राम में भी साफ साफ दिखाई दे रहा है। देश पहली बार अपने 4 गगनयान यात्रियों से परिचित हुआ। ये 140 करोड़ एस्पिरेशंस को स्पेस में ले जाने वाली 4 शक्तियां हैं। मुझे जानकर बहुत अच्छा लगा कि गगनयान में यूज होने वाले ज्यादातर उपकरण मेड इन इंडिया है। 2035 तक अंतरिक्ष में भारत का अपना स्पेस स्टेशन होगा जो हमें स्पेस के अज्ञात विस्तार को जानने में मदद करेगा।
Joining me on this broadcast is former Chief of ISRO K Sivan. Sir, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. This is India's first manned space flight. You've overseen several of the preparations that have gone into this. What are your hopes from it when it actually happens later this year?
This mission is actually announced by Honorable PM himself. It's a flagship program. And the aim is to send 3 humans to space to 400-kilometer orbit and bring them back safely from there to Earth. And this particular mission's speciality is that it's required a lot of new technological development. First of all, that is the launch vehicle itself should be human rated. And so the heavy amount of tests have been completed to ensure that the vehicle is human rated. And also that is we need to create a conducive environment for the astronauts to fly. And for that also that is a new module have been developed, and also the new technologies have been created. And for returning that vehicle from the space to Earth, again another challenging aspect. So all these things are now development is happened, and now it is going on the testing phase, mainly to test everything in the ground or in flight or the simulated environment as in the human mission. So all this is going to happen maybe next 1 year, and we will be having the first unmanned mission this year itself, and so that the manned mission can happen 2025. That is the plan ISRO is working on.
Unfortunately, there were some delays, especially because of the pandemic as well.
Yes, definitely that this schedule got slipped because of this pandemic. It's 2 years no work has happened, and because of this 2 years delay, it is not only the telescopic delay, and because of that impact of that delay is also created some delay in the overall schedule. But now this momentum has picked up, and ISRO will be able to have the mission by 2025 as announced.
So 2025 is the target that we've set. We've already seen the training that's been happening for these astronauts, for these pilots as well. A lot of it has been going on for several years, even though there may have been a pause in between. You've seen, of course, and you've tracked some of those processes, some of those milestones yourself too. What is your opinion? What do you think about the process so far? Do you think this momentum can be kept until 2024? Till 2025, I beg your pardon.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. That is this particular one is that vehicle aspect, and another is the crew module aspect. Third one is, as you rightly said, the training of the astronauts. Here, this the first round of training happened in Russia, and after the completion of the training in Russia, this now the in-house training in India it's happening. This again contains two parts. One is that the theoretical part, that also completed. Now they will be spending time with the real module with which they are traveling, the training. This is a very crucial part, and that also is happening in a simulated environment, and with the real module in the loop. Also that the test will be carried out. So everything is going on on fast track, and with this momentum, I am sure that the ISRO will be able to achieve that target whatever they are set in for 2025, the mission.
And Mr. Sivan, we're talking about training of these pilots, and I want to ask you, these are pilots that we see, they're not scientists on this mission. Is that a norm that is seen worldwide as well, or is this something that ISRO wanted to do to put test pilots instead of scientists on this first manned mission?
Now, generally, that to my understanding, that worldwide also that the initial missions will be with test pilots only, and once we have configured and confirmed everything is all right, and then that scientists also can travel. That can happen maybe later missions. This one.
Sure. So this is the norm worldwide is also what you're saying. Now, there's a dream that the Prime Minister has also spoken of as far as what the journey for ISRO, or what the journey for India's space sector is, and that is to have an Indian space station by 2035. Do you think we're on track with that dream, with that milestone? Can that be achieved by 2035?
Yes, definitely. Already that work have been started in ISRO. On this aspect, this configuration studies, they are done like that. And one thing, this space station is a very huge mass, and this cannot happen. It cannot be launched by a single launch vehicle because of the mass is more. So what it is planned to construct the module is a modular construction as a step by step. So the first module is planned to be launched by 2028. The ISRO have the target for that, and then subsequently, step by step, this module will be assembled in space to make a complete space station by 2035 as planned. Work is going on and it is well on the track.
Now, I've seen several successes, several historic moments for ISRO in the recent past. We've seen the success of Aditya L1, the Chandrayaan 3, of course. What do you think is next in line for ISRO, for India's space agency?
Next immediate big mission, what I would say is the ISRO, NASA-ISRO's satellite called NISAR. Is a very costly satellite, Earth observation satellite. That is a very mission we are working and we are waiting with anxiety. That's going to happen very soon. And also along with that, some couple of that science missions will be there. Then along with that, the commercial missions also on the line. This one. These are the immediate targets. This one.
Mr. Sivan, now we're not talking about a space race, but we're talking about space collaboration. India is collaborating with several other countries as well. We're trying to learn from them, not just, in terms of technology. A lot is being made here in India as well. We're trying to use their expertise and put our skills, put our materials to use. Is that the way forward for India, for other countries like India as well, who harbor such ambitions?
So definitely that this collaboration will reduce that effort, time as well as money. Because if already that the technology what we want to fly already is available elsewhere, due to collaborations we can acquire the technology to us. So that much the development time will be less. Similarly, whatever technology we have, we already developed. This can be shared with other space agencies, so that they also will be benefited. It's a mutual benefit these space collaborations will provide in terms of money, in terms of time, and in terms of utility point of view. This one. That way it will be better to have the collaborations.
And India definitely is going to be a leading partner as far as these collaborations are concerned. Also a leader for the world, perhaps, in the coming ages. ISRO is definitely shining, and with it, so is India. So thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18 and sharing your perspective.